Hello and welcome to today's match between Fotiá and Citrix. This is going to be part of week 7. I'm not actually sure, but anyway, this is a 10v10. The maps are as followed: Pagodas III, Slate I, Forest of Rivals 1. I'm joined by Gamron here, and he can read out the rules.
So the rules as we go along: this is a 10v10 with 1 ninja cap per map, no ghosting allowed, one of the classic rules that's followed around on the server for quite a long time. Additional limits can be seen in the chat with 0 dwarf and fashionista, 1 archer, assassin, engineer, mage, necro, pyro, scout, 2 chemist, elf, medic, ninja, 3 heavy, and 3 soldier. With that in mind, we are now heading to the game with 8 seconds left on the clock. Any thoughts going in, Dave?
So obviously I think CX will be considered favourites, but I think Fotiá do have the means to cause an upset. They have a very strong roster, especially with their new pickups in Haynes and Bossatom. They do have a chance.
Oh, of course. Haynes, very well-renowned player on the server, can play almost any class in the game. We've seen him on medic offense, soldier offense, chemist offense, ninja defense. If there's a class, he can play it, and at this moment he is on ninja defense, which is a very important role that Fotiá was looking to upgrade, so hopefully he can have a big impact on the game.
Yeah. He's already killed the chemist there, doing a lot of work on that CX medic, but we do
Fatal
see
Best getting a very nice steal on the other side of the map, was able to do work as Elf to get a clean steal, had Pudgy out on the top, might have been able to get some regen, actually doesn't look like so, but he is heading out through mid, juking off a lot of ninjas, heading out on the side and getting chemist regen, going to be at Yin Yang soon, but Haynes is trying to get in front, but very nice shot by Pepe into the recovery.
Yeah, that was a great shot from Pepe. Taking that kind of mid-control spot that you want your archer to be taking for those recovery shots. Yeah, unfortunate.
Pepe's been doing really well in the tournament so far. I think a lot of people really underrate him, but on the other side of things, Pesto now on top of spawn is Soldier, taking a bit of pressure but getting by the ninjas, trying Wolfie in front, gonna be heading back down, but his medic is right on top, getting the regen, blocks the assassinate. Looks like a bit of his support's getting headshot in the meantime, but he is able to get additional regen as he walks down and runs it down through mid. Support now getting onto him. Doesn't look like there's very much left onto him, but Fatal Best does get a steal and is now heading out towards the forest.
Yeah, CX need to focus support here. They've got the medic in place, so Fatal Best can get somewhere. He's very low though. 1 heart.
Pepe's headshotting. And that does go down, and there we go! Pesto opening up with a bang! That is the first capture for Fotiá. Immediately out the gate. Very nice job by them.
Yeah, Fotiá did a really nice job supporting there. Pesto actually taken a very interesting route. He managed to get past top spawn, which you see soldiers try and take, but it rarely happens successfully, but Pesto managed to do it there. And, yeah.
Just as Fooscourt says, Fotiá was really able to support him very well, and Pesto bought a lot of time, but not too much time, to be able to get away from those ninjas and soldiers. Looks like Pesto kind of knew what he was doing, but Fatal Best also knowing what he's doing, trying to get out through mid, medic right behind again. Haynes boosting a bit, but once again, Pepe with a domer to the head. Lights out.
Yeah, Pepe's showing his skill here. He's getting these clutch headshots, especially on an elf. You'd probably expect to be reflecting maybe a little bit better. Something Fatal Best could perhaps watch for a little bit more, although it is very hard when you've got a ninja hitting you in the back like that.
Yeah, Pepe is proving to already be a problem for CX going into the match. Looks like Wolfie and a few other ninjas might have to put some pressure on him, or else, as we see in the chat, Pepe already with an 8 kill streak.
Yeah, he definitely does need a bit more pressure.
Oh, Flays with a steal. He is chemist and heading out towards the forest. Currently on the bridge. Doesn't look like there's anything in front of him at this time. Does have Crystal Bear behind to support. Archer's being pressured by Wolfie and is not able to take any shots at this time. Haynes trying to buy more time. Oh, looks like Nemo does get the assassinate, and looks like the map equalizes.
Yeah, that was a good play from the assassin there. Haynes also doing a really nice job knocking him back there. I'm surprised Pudgy wasn't able to get across sooner. Flays was up mid for quite some time and took Pudgy maybe a little bit too long to respawn and get there, but
Pudgy's had good positioning every time her team steals, but she just dies right before she can finish getting the final heal off. So maybe she might need to wait in a safer location. Looks like Fotiá's offense now entering the flag room. Pesto able to get a pretty decent steal, but Yami's able to do a nice work with the pyro.
Yeah, that's something we haven't touched on yet. We're seeing Yami on the pyro instead of Ring off their normal pyro. But
it's interesting to see, and it does force Nemo onto Assassin, but I don't think that's a bad thing. He practices a lot in PPMs. Crystal Bear out on top of spawn. This is Bub.
yeah,
Bub's booking right now. He's on top mid, currently trying to head all the way to top mid. Trying to buy a little time for support, but doesn't look like any team's here. Pudgy actually able to get the restore, gonna be by spawn soon. Haynes does go down, doesn't look like any other recoveries in the area at this time. Fotiá may have to go for a steal here. Northern Island does indeed go for that steal.
Yeah, they needed to do that, and they've done that. Passing was a risky move there. I don't think Weejake needed to do that. His medic was right below him. And yeah, we do see the capture for CX.
He might have died to fall damage there, I think, if he didn't have any wind. He was on, like, dead zero.
Yeah, I didn't see. Well, he must have been very low to attempt that pass because it was incredibly risky and it didn't pay off, unfortunately. But yeah, this has been quite an action-packed game. I think both teams do have very strong offenses, and especially in 10v10 where the roam doesn't have that medic, it can be quite offensive.
For sure, without that medic defense, you know, when 2 or 3 things get into the flag room, it's most likely going to result in a steal every time. So the roam really has to do a better job of being able to kill everything. With that said, Elf has been able to get to the flag room many times. Pudgy's with him too, does get the regen out. Don't think he got the full restore though, but now heading into the forest, trying to juke off a little bit of the recovery and reroute his support as well. Looks like they'll be able to clear out most of the squishies as he's making a book for Yin Yang. Ooh, actually deflects the pearl there, very nice. Just has to get past the rest of these soldiers and he may be home free. Don't see the archer anywhere close by. Haynes trying to get more damage. Assassin in front of him, but looks like the assassin runs by and is not going to be able to get any worth there. Assassin has redstone. He's showing it, but not able to get anything done there. Quite unfortunate. Haynes' last ditch attempt.
He's very low. I think he
Nice
dropped a
try.
no stake, yeah.
Yep. But he should be able to get full restore here and get boosted into the capture. Very nice by Fatal Best.
Yeah, I think Fatal Jaden, if he could have timed the attack with Haynes a little better there, I think he came in a bit late, but they probably would have been able to get that 2v1 on Fatal Best and maybe the recovery.
Certainly. Ninjas don't 2v1 as much as they should, but it's just so overpowered when they do.
Yeah, when there's 2 ninjas hitting you at the same time, you literally can't do anything about it, but...
They just run circles in 4-on-4, it's terrible.
Yeah.
CX offense currently all grouped in the forest right now. They are getting hit apart quite a bit. The roaming of Fotiá is able to do a really nice job when the CX offense groups. Looks like CX might need to try and loosen up a little bit and throw off that roaming.
Yeah. I'd like to see CX offense go a bit more across top mid, but we do see a steal from Fatal Best.
Yep, and he's already heading bot mid with Pudgy right in front of him. Archer is contested by College Degree too. Looks like Pepe's going to have a really hard time taking this shot off. Pepe hasn't died, but he's not in the most ideal position, and that will be the recovery for Zia. Xiao.
Yeah, however you say that. But Haynes, once again, doing a really good job getting in front, and then allowing Gia to get our recovery. I do really think Fotiá need to try and keep Fatal Best out of the flag room. He's not someone who's incredibly good at PvP, so the ninjas should be able to take him on with a fair amount of Vs, but it doesn't seem to be the case at the moment. He's getting in almost every push.
Certainly, and especially in 4s, you cannot allow that elf to be able to do that because you can only afford for 1, maybe 2 capping classes with 4 players on offense. So you need to put almost everything on defense on that elf if they're getting in every time. Really nice steal for Flays. Could have given that to Bub, but it doesn't really matter too much as long as he doesn't walk right into the Pyro here. Pudgy trying to get a bit of support on him. Actually breaks the Pyro's ankles. Where is the Pyro going? Still behind spawn a bit. I think I lagged.
I think the game is frozen.
Oh, let's go!
Oh no. Hold on. Where's Flays? Flays is
gone! He's at spawn!
He
got headshot at spawn!
Oh.
Referee. Good lord. Play's getting close to the edge. Isn't going to go down though. Tom's still in mid, trying to get to that yin yang. A lot of stuff on him. Almost dropped there. Gonna need a medic very soon, or else Wolfie may be able to take him down. Wolfie does actually take him down. Blaze is gonna be running up from behind spawn. Unless anything happens here, this may be a capture for Citrix. Gonna be walking it in at this time, and that will be the map 3-1 to Citrix.
Yeah. Bit of unfortunate lag there, but it's whatever happens.
Everyone else lagged as bad as I did, right? So I lagged for about 5 seconds solid, and then the carrier teleported to the spawn. Let me look at stream real quick.
But yeah, some good capping from CX there. They managed to turn it around after that original cap to Fotiá.
Okay, the lag first happened at 11:29. Yeah, he really dipped. It was that was a Carson, if I ever saw one.
He managed to get to spawn, but then Pepe was able to get the headshot. Just unfortunate that there was no one to pick up for Fotiá.
Pepe was almost more clutch there than the lag, to be honest. It's so sad that there wasn't a ninja there. Alright, looks like we will be getting that cap reverted, and we'll be going back into the map 2-1. I would have felt really bad if that stood, but thankfully it's being reverted.
Yeah. I mean, there wasn't much complaining from the Fotiá side of things, but I think it's completely reasonable to reset it. Obviously, having that much of an effect, and Fotiá trying to get the backup cap, but unable to do so.
So I guess with our little first map halftime, what are your thoughts so far on the ongoing game? What does Fotiá need to do to be able to stop that possibly inevitable 3-1?
Yeah, so I think they're doing, like, they started out very well, but it kind of feels like the defensive kind of thing is sort of starting to crumble. I consistently see CX's offense getting all at the same time, and it's putting too much strain on Rob Ferretti, their pyro. So I think they need to try and just work out how to stagger the CX offense a bit better, especially focusing on that Elf who's been causing issues all game.
Right, because as we said earlier, that Elf was causing issues, but it's also been Pudgy, Flaze, and Bub, all four of their offenders, every time getting to the flag room. They really need to switch something up.
Yeah, exactly. I think, well, from what I'm seeing, they could perhaps consider maybe running like a scout even, because right now it seems as if, like, if they're not going to stop CX from getting those steals, they need to stop CX from getting across the map, and scouts probably one of the best classes at doing that with the swapping and the scout death tag, and it also helps stagger immensely. So perhaps maybe Jaden could swap onto scout here. I'm not sure if he will, but could be an interesting shout. I also think CX defense is doing a good job at shutting down the strong Fotiá offense. I think Fotiá's offense is having a hard time against that CX roam.
Match server up now, by the way.
Ah, okay.
Alright, I'm inside of you, Chewy. We good to go. Wait. No. Stop playing. Get in your spawns.
I mean, if Nemo actually decided to cap that, then it would be capping for Fotiá.
Inside agent. It looks like there's a bit of confusion there at first, but team's getting their players on. Hopefully we'll be underway soon once again. Alrighty, although that first cap did happen against Citrix, looks like they were able to, I don't know, get everything together both defensively and offensively after that and really lock in. Their defense been holding, and their defense has been able to get on the Archer almost every time now they get a steal, which has been really essential for the capturing efforts.
Yeah, definitely. I think both teams do need to try and get on the Archers a little more, as Foucault mentioned there. I think it's hard in 10s, but the archers are having relatively a large amount of free roam, which does
Especially on a map like Pag, when you don't see the archers dueling each other as much as you might see on, I don't know, Valley of Ruin, Desert Strike, Blackout. Yep,
yeah,
looks
exactly.
like both teams are ready to go. CMS is ready to go. Looks like we'll be starting up any moment now.
I mean, that pause there might have helped Fotiá perhaps regain a bit of focus. I mean, that's what we'd hope there, and kind of a little interval break.
Certainly, if I was Fotiá, you know, during that time, you have to make changes. I mean, we did see them. At first, they did get 3-1'd, and, you know, they want to be able to avoid that happening again with the last 11 minutes left.
They did start out the stronger team for sure. I mean, obviously the first team to get the cap, but it kind of just seemed like they fell off from there.
Yeah, and that first cap was within the first 2 minutes. You know, they really came out guns blazing.
Yeah. Hopefully they can do the same here off the restart. I think we're about to get started. Hopefully, at least.
Oh, fancy alert. Alright, look in the spawn and see who runs out first before the timer so we can flame them. Come on, who's gonna jump? Oh, offsides! False start, Wolfie. 10-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Looks like Jaden's actually going to try go for the ninja cap here for Fotiá.
That's really smart.
Hold on. I don't know if he's been spotted or he just hasn't showed up. Anyway, we do see Pi actually sub in for Rejake here for Fotiá. I think that's a big loss for Fotiá, obviously Rejake being one of the mainstays of their offense.
I think so too, and I question that quite a bit because Pagodas is such an iconic map for him. Yeah, if he's lagging, then it makes sense. Fatal Best at this time, on top of the flag room, taking a bit of damage from Haynes, and it looks like the Archer's also pressuring him. Does have a soldier behind to support, but very nice assassinate by Bossatom. There is a ninja in the flag room though. Flaze is going to try and go for the steal. Pyro dies. Bub's going to go on top. He's quite low, going to have to stall and buy time for Pudgy in the meantime. Ninja's still on him, but boosting him forward a bit. Pudgy in front past the tree at 3 hearts. He only needs 1 more tick and he might die. Ooh, quite unfortunate. Might have been able to get the pass off there to the elf had Pepe not been there.
Yeah, Pepe able to headshot the elf archer afterwards, sorry, which was quite nice.
Of course, that's something you have to worry about too, is, you know, keeping your pyro healthy and keeping them full stake and buffed. That's just so much harder to do in 10s. So the pyro has a lot more pressure on these maps. See, yeah, just like that. That was such a nice steal by the elf. Does go down though by the assassin, but that allows Pesto to get a nice steal on the side. Medic is in front on top of spawn, but he's not going to be able to get to them. Nice job by Yami on the pyro. Looked a little shaky there first when those first 2 steals went through, but he's done a really nice job cleaning them up and getting the flag back.
Yeah, I wonder if Cherry could have maybe jumped down onto Pesto there for that hill, but
yeah,
happens. A bit of
that's probably what needed to happen. Cherry would have to jump down and try and hit away all that support. Pretty difficult pass for a medic, but it's what you got to do. FT offense trying to pull up in the meantime. A lot of their soldiers are being separated. Most of their offense has been separated, actually. Just Cherry and Pesto remain trying to run around the flag room. Either need to buy time for the rest of their team or just respawn. For some reason, the assassin was up on offense too. Bub's getting a clean steal in the meantime, trying to get past Pepe and the rest of the ninjas. Cutting off to the right side, but nice shot by Pepe and clean recovery by Haynes. Running back into the flag room, no backup steals remain, so that will be a nice defensive attempt by Fotiá. Actually, Blaze is in there. And the Elf and Wolfie, they have many things in this flag room. Very nice steal by Fatal Best. Ooh, but even nicer assassinating.
Wonder if CX did overcommit a little bit there. We do see Tom with an elf still, however Wolfie's actually able to get back in time for that recovery.
That was really good by Try and Wolfie. They kept Pudgy, or they kept the medic away so well.
Something you did mention before is about keeping your pyro like healed up and buffed. Until now, I think oh, and he actually goes down. Oh.
He just got doubled.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
Hey.
That allows the ninja still. He's gone to the yin yang. He's gonna be able to pass that spawn. Yeah.
Oh, and Pudgy actually blocks the ninja pearl. Very nice by Pudgy. I don't even think she was aware of that. Poor Rob Ferrati.
Yeah.
10 stock. Pesto trying to get the desperation steal in the meantime. His medic does go down, but just now getting out of the flag room is going to die, and that will be the capture for Citrix. And there we go, 3-1. Citrix takes the lead.
Ooh.
Poor Rob. Rob lives matter.
Uh-oh.
Replay! Replay!
Ooh. Ooh. Okay, that's... Yeah, I mean, Rob Ferretti was getting tossed around by those two ninjas.
That dude was struggling.
Yeah.
Get him some help.
I mean, it is sometimes worth running a med def in tens. You don't just see it, but I remember on AF when we played Citrix, we actually run the med def and we eventually won on Pagodas. Just, I mean, I don't know if it was down to the med def, but it kept our pyro alive, which is something that is worth it on some maps.
And for Fotiá, I mean, most of their offense is getting by anyways, no matter their attempts. So it might be just worth at that point to commit to the medic on defense and, you know, meet them in the flag room, beat them in there.
Yeah, I think teams do just commit to trying to win that roaming battle, and sometimes they've just got to concede and try and win it in the flag room. Like flag room defense is like really viable, if you can just swamp the flag with like your whole defense, if that makes sense. If you just have like your whole team that is defending just in the flag room, creating stuff out, then it's kind of hard for the other team to get out of the flag room. They could try doing that.
Now, Slate's a bit of a different pace map when it comes to Pagodas. We won't see as much as the soldier and as much as the elf, and it'll be more of the heavy and the chemist. It's less mobility based, and we might not even see some archers. It's just, you know, what will the teams run? So it's interesting. Will Fotiá or even Citrix opt to use that medic? I know Wolfie on Good Vibes often liked using Volacon on medic defense on Slate instead. So interesting to see if any of the teams do decide to go that route.
Yeah, I think on a map like this, especially against more bulky classes on offense, it's definitely more worth running the medic on defense, especially if you don't need the archer. I think archer can work on Slate, but it's really hard because you don't have many opportunities to get the headshot. So I'm not sure if either team will opt for the archer.
Do we have
Yeah, it does look like it's going to be reset anyway, so...
Oh, let's go! Run it back! 2-1! Alright, the year's going to be 2021, and Citrix still has a 1-cap lead on Fotiá. So, timer's going to be reset at 7:50, it seems. And I'm assuming the limits are going to be set this time, too. Is there anything else we should get out of the way in the meantime? Whitelist. Yeah, don't forget the whitelist. Yeah, it's unfortunate when it happens, but it does happen, and all you can do is, you know, use the occurrence and hope to avoid them in future occurrences.
Yeah, I mean, especially in that situation, because in the 10 limits that are supposed to be in place, there's only 2 ninja, and CX will utilizing both their ninja limit on defense, and then Bob being able to switch on ninja and then get the ninja still. Well, obviously that shouldn't be happening. So it makes sense to reset for sure.
Certainly, and Honestly, the way I look at it, it's probably CX probably didn't even know they're breaking the limit. A lot of offensive players just type in /ninja when they die. You know, it's almost instinctively. So it's
No, it definitely wasn't on purpose. It was just like, yeah, people kind of expect there to be that ninja slot on offense.
the 3 ninjas and 10s. That's a Pyro's worst nightmare.
Yep.
And we just saw why on stream.
I mean, I do remember when there was like 3 ninja limits and 8s even, but over time it's just gotten like stricter and stricter, and I mean it's completely reasonable because we just witnessed how broken that was in 10s.
So currently Miski's trying to fix the timer at this moment. Chewy matches her up, I think. Oh yeah, you just look up.
Last time we didn't see any changes on Fotiá's side of things other than Pi in for Jake. This time we're seeing Averaged in for Pi, it seems, so they're doing another change there, but I still really would like to see them change up their defense. Their defense is still having vast issues in terms of not being able to keep that CX offense out.
I mean, it's kind of smart on FT's side. They get capped on, okay, we'll put someone else in. We get capped on again, okay, maybe this will work. I mean, they're getting more chances to just try and do better. So hopefully they can actually capitalize off this opportunity.
True. And yeah, Verge is one of their newer pickups along with Haynes and Bossa Tom. He's definitely well equipped to play in competitive. He's recently returned from a period of inactivity, I believe. But he's got experience along with Haynes, so those 2 pickups could be pretty big for Fotiá actually, I think, as the season goes on, even if they don't have the greatest of effects today.
I keep hitting my shift. Okay, thank you. Alright, we're good to go.
Paddy had an interesting thought there about the Ninja Mage regen, but the thing with the Mage regen is that it doesn't really last long enough, and like Chemist regen's completely fine. The one thing I'd suggest is like a Necro going and just sculling your ninja, and that extra 2 hearts can make like quite a big difference, to be honest. But you can perfectly get the ninja cap off the start with just Chemist regen, like I did yesterday, for example.
And without the medic there, it's only so much easier. Or I guess you could say less difficult.
Yeah,
it's really the stopper of the ninja cappers.
Yeah. Both teams should definitely try and utilize their ninja caps in 10v10, even if not at the start. It's very doable against like a solo pyro flag room defense.
So it looks like we will be starting back up once again. Hopefully FT will be able to turn the tides, change their fate, and take this map. So with that, we will go underway.
Yeah.
Back in business.
So we do see wait, what's the Verge playing?
Fatal Jaden going to go for the ninja cap. Oh. But College Degree does know he's here and he's going to take him down.
College Degree does have that experience to recognize that teams will try and use it, so smart from him. But we do see a Verge play heavy for Fotiá here. We see the rest of Fotiá offense making their way in. Tom's actually going to have a pretty good elf still, but doesn't pick up the flag.
That's really unfortunate. Yami turned around just in time to be able to catch him. Blaze in the meanwhile, getting a steal. A lot of people there, and he is on fire. Looks like Fatal Best is also able to get a steal in the meantime. Getting hit into a corner, but is able to use his terrible KB to get hit away. On top of the flag room now. Going to be flying over the ninja. Going to be flying over the assassin to the medic. Assassin goes down. Has support in from him. Getting boosted further. Might have gotten restore there.
I think he did get restore.
Ninja's packing a lot of power here. Oh, but nice job by Pudgy to pick that up. Surprised Bub didn't get that, but that's still good for them. Didn't hand over the recovery. Someone needs to respawn his medic. Nice job by Fatal Best to do that. Just need to kill the ninjas and the bulk. Just hit the bulk backwards and she should be good.
Fotiá's whole team needs to be on recov here. Like, Pudgy should not be able to survive this. And they get it.
And
They
she
do.
doesn't.
Yeah, she doesn't get the cap, and Fotiá do get the recap with Jaden. Nice play from him.
I wasn't
And
tracking her medic timer there, but she probably should have been a bit more patient. Try to get regen there.
yeah, I think, yeah, as you said, be a bit more patient. I would like to have seen maybe CX, one of their players respawn as Necro, because there in that situation, you just need to keep Pudgy alive, and well, as we saw, they failed to do so.
And you're right with that. Necro, Mage, Engineer, a lot of people don't really utilize the ability to give regen or give, any form of support to your carriers. People
Yeah.
usually just see Medic as the only support class, but when you're next to the flag room, it's not hard to switch to a different class.
Yeah. Do you see a decent steal from Averged who got out on top? His medic was there, but he goes down to the headshot from Valakon.
Bop! Yeah, that was quite unfortunate for him. Might not find a lot of value with heavy on offense. I mean, you're just gonna get headshot a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like.
But I think he will do a good job of just trying to keep his medic alive, as we're seeing here. He'll probably try and pocket Cherry and keep the ninjas of CX away. I think Tom's getting unlucky with his elf steals. I think he's now switched to soldier. Actually, no, he's still an elf, my bad. But...
yeah, I would like to see FT run a Necro. I mean, Wolfie and College Degree is such a powerful ninja duo. Almost everybody knows about them, but not many people run a Necro against them to punish them for it.
Yeah.
Probably a nice wall climb up. Almost got Frenzy killed there. Trying to buy a bit of time and get his support in the area, but doesn't look like he has anybody in the area. Medic behind. Not able to get anything there, though, and will go down. Flays in the meantime at Yin Yang. Assassin in front. Assassinate actually goes through, but this time Bub gets the flag. No ninjas in the area, but Pepe does have open shots. Bub buying a bit of time. Really nice job by him not to get headshot. That was very smart by him.
Definitely being patient. That was the right move. We do see Averged with the steal, but he's going to die. Does allow for the backup from Pi, though. Probably the better option here is Soldier. Tries passing to Ninja is just way too risky there.
That's tragic. Can't undo that one.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't need to pass that, though. He had 3 stakes. Like...
yeah, I certainly think the pass there was very risky. There's just so much stuff there. You have to... once you get that flag, you have to run as fast as you can, because half or more of CX, the whole team is going to immediately come for you. Yeah. They want you.
I do think Fotiá were obviously quite unlucky not to pick up that recov there. Bossatom was able to assassinate Flays, but Bub was able to pick it up before Bossatom could. But looks like we're going to be seeing a few changes here. Seems as if Stephus is going to be subbing in for Valakon, probably.
So it looks like they might not go with the Archer. Wonder what they'll do instead. Probably the Scout, I'm assuming, instead of the Medic on defense. Scout's quite good on this map with all the side hallways.
Yeah, Scout is good on here, but I'm not sure if Stephus plays Scout. I'm not sure what he plays. I thought he was an Archer main, if I'm going to be honest. So.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure he does main Archer. You think they'll just have them share time?
He might be Archer. Maybe he'll play Med-D. I'm not sure. Hold on. We can look at the limits here, can't we? I forgot about that. Oh, he is on Archer. Okay. I mean, he might still change, but... oh, and it looks like we're going to see for Fotiá alternate source sub in. I think that's for Cherry here.
Yeah, I'm assuming that is for Cherry. She did crash earlier on the first attempt to play the map, so she may be having a bit of frame or lag problems. Might just want to go with a more, consistent pick, alternate source. But he doesn't have much experience, at least compared to Cherry when it comes to these matches. He did not play in the draft tournament like Cherry did, and usually you see him playing medic defense, but he has been practicing more of medic offense. But this is a tough game to throw him into against College Degree and Wolfie, so he's gonna have to be able to step up and get those heals off.
For sure. I think Fotiá are definitely gonna have to commit quite a bit of support to him. I think he's very vulnerable, especially to Wolfie and College, who are some of the best ninjas in the game right now, so could have a hard time in his first time playing medic offense in an official match, I believe.
That's exciting for him then.
I'm not sure if medic off is exciting for anyone.
Yeah. This is a bit painful. Good luck to him, and I hope he has a fun time. So I would love to check the stats, but the stats are split across 3 different games.
Yeah.
You have to add them all up.
I mean, I guess you could kind of tell off the first match's stats, who's doing well and stuff, but even then, I'm not sure if it's really worth just because it wasn't that long at the start. I think we only had 8 minutes before the reset, but anyway, we're getting off here, it seems.
Alrighty, Citrix running 2 heavies, 0 soldiers, 0 mobility. They're going for the bulk this game. The heavy weapon specialist. You like to see it. This is a really good heavy map, and it pains me to see all the elves and soldiers try to pull it off. I just really think it's such a chemist and heavy biased map because you see all of CX offense heading into this side tunnel. It's just so free for them. They just waltz in.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a bulk from Fotiá at the moment. I'm a bit surprised by that. They just left.
Where not Fridays Pingo!
And Fatal Best is just able to get out untouched. He's getting cut off here. This is a good job from Fotiá, but I'm not sure if they'll be able to keep him in there.
As the regen, pretty decent swap back, but there's not very much damage coming out. He will be going for that back sponge.
Yeah, well, during that, he did get the restore. Really nicely timed restore from Pudgy. So he's actually on 5 stake, able to get across the top mid here.
Yeah, wow, actually made it all the way across top mid. Has that win, so he doesn't take fall damage. Potted right back to full HP. Very nice by Fatal Best. Gonna run into the flag room for a clean capture. Tom trying to get the steal. Looks like Jaden will get a steal in the meantime. Does go down. Bit of stuff in this flag room, but doesn't look like FT will be able to get anything done at this time. Very nice job by all of CX offense to running on the side and getting clean.
Yeah, so I'm quite surprised about that, though. It feels like there was no comms on Fotiá's defensive side of things, so there shouldn't really be people or their whole offense getting into that OP back tunnel.
Yeah, if I was Rob Ferrati there, I'd be yelling at my defense. You guys have to get back. They're all coming in the spawn tunnel. But nobody came to help him until they were already heading out the far side.
Yeah.
No pyro in the flag room either.
The problem with Fotiá's defense right now, they're playing single bulk, and the bulk is just miles out of position the whole game. She's going to cut Fatal off here, but she's not getting any work done before these steals. Actually, Bossatom's able to get the assassinate. Good play by Bossatom, but yeah, Fotiá's defense really need to switch things up. This is not looking good right now.
Yeah, that could have definitely been another capture. I mean, it almost looked exactly like what happened the first time.
Swap back away from the recovery from Jaden. Bob's going to try and go out of this tunnel. He's actually got a bit in front of him here, but...
Looks like he's just buying a bit of time, trying to get Pudgy in front. Yep, got the full restore right there. Flays instantly potted him back up. He was at full, at least HP-wise. Got his stake back almost instantly.
Yeah, the only thing in his way there was a great web from Pepe.
Pepe's the best medic defense in the game. He's insane.
A little bit more on Bob here, but it seems as if Fotiá are going to try and push for that steal instead.
Nice assassinate by Nemo coming out to secure that second capture. Looks like FT is really falling apart right now. They have to get the ground down. They just have to fight harder. They have to call out their targets, and they have to get on them sooner. They really need to coordinate.
Yeah, and the problem is with Fotiá right now is they're not willing to change things on defense, it seems. Like, I haven't seen anyone switch to a second bulk. And that lack of flexibility will probably cost them this third capture. I mean, we're seeing Pepe and Meddef now, but we're still seeing that CX offense just go down that back OP tunnel every time, uncontested. Like, I don't know how Fotiá haven't recognized this. It's almost as if they've never seen this map before.
And it does, raise questions. How much practice have they been able to get on this map? How aware are they of the side tunnels?
Yeah. I mean, it is a knowledgeable route, and they should have really learnt from these first few captures. I mean, they're probably going to be able to get the recovery here on Fatal Best, you'd assume. He's death tagged, taking a lot of damage. His medic is still alive. Saying that, he's also got the rest of the port there.
Holy crap, this is a lot of stuff. Looks like he might just have to go for the back sponge now. Good choice by him.
He is very low though. I think he's 1 hit.
Will he have enough wind? Just has enough wind to make it. Gonna throw down the regen on himself. Haynes might be able to stop him though. Bestie trying to root around. Might get swapped back here from behind. Does get swapped. Smart decision by him to run back immediately, but they do know that he's low and they finish the job.
Yeah. Still looking at Fotiá to try and recognize this back route. But anyway, we do see a steal from Tom. Is out as Chemist, manages to get to the top of his flag room.
It's a very nice steal too. Gonna be running for that back sponge. Hopefully can run through mid. Gonna have to see how much of CX has recognized that he's going for this sponge and is gonna be able to cut him off. Takes the sponge. Looks like only the assassin and the heavy is there, but nice job by Try to hit him back and not let him use that tunnel. Oh, nice headshots coming out. I think that was Pepe headshotting almost all the recovery there.
They have sent a lot of support though, and that does allow Fatal Best to get this elf steal.
Pudgy was being pressured some. Oh, she is still alive. Gets that restore down. Has college degree here as well. Looks like Stephus is doing God's work over there on the other side of the map. But the pass will go down, and we may be in a stalemate.
I'm not actually sure where Fatal Best is right now.
He's just about to be in stalemate position.
Okay, so this is Elf vs Chemist, and yeah, another thing to mention, because Stephus was able to get the headshots there on Tom originally, Haynes picked up as Ninja, so this would actually be Fotiá's Ninja cap if they do win the stalemate and get that capture.
And it's funny when you see things happen like that, but you know that it does count as a Ninja cap just solely because the Ninja picked it up.
Yeah.
Kind of weird to see, but there's not really any other way around it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just for easier consistency, I think.
Stephus was hiding in the spawn side tunnel, waiting to get a shot off, but doesn't look like Tom D's moving at all. Not sure where Stephus is going at this time. Looks like he may be going around to the side of the flag room to try to get a more direct shot. Not sure if any else of CX recovery is in the position as well, though, and he has been spotted.
Yeah, it does seem like CX are trying to stack support here. They're 2-0 up, so they might just try and see the stalemate out to the end of the game. Right now, they've got 6 on support. Ooh.
They passed to a heavy, and that was actually really good because Wolfie just got their scout. Death tag Pi, but that's a heavy. Death tag and a heavy doesn't make much difference.
And now they have Tom on recovery to like organize that. I think this is really good from Fotiá now. They've got the 3 bulk, scout, assassin, archer. They're sending a lot here. They're willing to commit players forward and get this recovery.
Oh yeah, 2 heavies, a scout, and assassin. Looks like the assassin may die, but that still leaves 3 more getting by.
Yeah.
And that's an elf with the flag. They did not pass. I think the tag comes out. They do have a necro here, but it doesn't look like they were able to get the tag down yet. Looks like they actually were. Could have been scary there for a moment, but really nice job by Flaze to get the tag down quick.
Yeah, Yami also did a really good job of wiping out that bulk. I think you would like to see Fotiá maybe send a medic with their bulk instead of... I think there was an extra soldier there, which wasn't really necessary. I think the medic could help keep those bulk alive, but we're seeing the recovery from Fotiá getting free basically every time.
Yeah, Fotiá recovery is relentless right now. They're wasting no time on recovery. Yeah. They want this. But yeah, they do need Yami. The assassin definitely has to go for him, or they need the archer to reposition and, you know, force him out into the headshot.
Yeah. And I mean, that switch to heavy is crucial for Fotiá. Now that Tom's on recov, he can definitely organize those comms very nicely for Fotiá's recovery.
Certainly. That was a really nice call by Fotiá to pass to the heavy. Tag actually didn't go down. He was hitting the crap out of him with the tag, but didn't register. Good game.
I think actually it might have just been taken off like instantly. I'm seeing the rev tag particles right now. Unless it just didn't go through, but...
We'll have to get the instant replay later.
Yeah. I still think Fotiá could send a little bit more. They don't really need the necro here, if I'm going to be honest. I think Jaden could just go on recovery as well, because they do need to recover this if they have, or they want any chance of going to map 3.
For sure. Having a Necro in 10s, that's just so many people supporting. It's almost half of your team next to the flag carrier.
Yeah, you have the medic, pyro, necro, and the flag holder. That's 4 players, so yeah.
You know, that leaves nothing for roaming defense. You have 1, maybe 2 searching for their recovery, which that's not nearly enough. Stephus is in the flag room now. Or that's Wolfie in the flag room now, taking headshots. Was able to get a few and wreak a bit of mayhem.
Yeah, so I think that's where you would want like Fatal Jaden, perhaps on the Ninja, just roaming around flag with Haynes, because we're seeing the Scout and Archer get in, and Wolfie does have the ability to get that headshot. And I think if they don't want to send him on recov and they want him on support, then the better support is the roaming support here.
For sure, for sure. Haven't really seen as many coordinated pushes from both teams now. A bit of stuff in on Fatal Best. Looks like he was tagged earlier, but it's just not enough. These teams aren't sending enough. Now both teams have a Necro, and CX is up 2 captures. They don't have to, you know, send half their team. They can play the pace that they want to.
Yeah, it felt as if Fotiá had the pressure advantage at the start of the stalemate, and then they switched Jaden to Necro, and they've kind of thrown that pressure away.
Exactly.
And now CX are sending their recov now, and it's kind of a balanced stalemate. There's not really too much from either side, but there's enough to keep it somewhat interesting.
It's going to take a really big play to get these recoveries, maybe even for both teams. You know, I'm thinking a headshot might be the only way at this point. There's just not enough players to deal damage. 2 heavies now being sent, about to be on the elf. Tag does come down. He's still currently tagged. Flay's trying to get the tag back on and does remove the death tag. Looks like a bit of action going out on the other side of the map. Necro has the flag at this moment. I'm assuming Wolfie, Wolfie was able to get the headshots down. That's really good for Citrix to force the Necro to hold, because Necro cannot revive tag itself.
Yeah, definitely more vulnerable to the Scout. Pepe was in position as Archer, but he was on like the wrong side for the headshot. I think he needs to try and aim to go into the CX flag room, and then that way he'll have more chance of taking out the pyro or other supporters.
So Wolfie's been taking the far side time every time to get straight to flag room. Haynes has been the only person trying to stop him. Once again, he's in the flag room now, setting up for headshots. I'm not sure if Haynes has a mic to coordinate that the Archer's there, but you know, unless something else gets on him, Haynes might not be enough to be able to take Wolfie down. They have to get him earlier than this.
Definitely. I mean, if Haynes is having a problem, they could just get Haynes to go like Chemist or another bulk, and that way he'll have a higher chance of winning. Like, if you're a bulk against an Archer, there's no way you should be losing. But Ninja, you can buy against Archer. And that's what we're seeing. Like, Haynes dying to Wolfie.
2 heavies in once again into the flag room. Tom D has switched to Soldier, I'm assuming because of the bulk limit. So he's trying to get another bulk on there. Quite a bit of stuff on Fatal, actually. He's taking quite a bit of damage, but Fatal Jaden then dies in the meantime. That allows Fatal Best to go right to the flag posts. Absolutely fantastic. I just like to say now, Fatal Best put on a clinic. That dude was a capping machine.
Definitely. He has been taken, I don't know if it's like public criticism, but he's been like rumors saying he's a bit washed and whatever, stuff like that, I think. But he's really showcased that he's still got that class ability on Elf there.
For sure, this game he showed that he's able to not only get the flag, but treat the flag with care, get it out through mid, get it to the flag post, you know, treat it right, take it for dinner. He's did a very nice job. He did everything he was supposed to do with that flag.
Yeah, I think he must have got, what, like 4 or 5 of CX's caps? I mean, overall CX had played really well, but yeah, Fatal Best a clear standout.
I'm gonna try and check to see how many captures he did get. Did anyone recall how many got on Pagodas that weren't removed?
It's quite hard to keep track of that map. But, yeah.
Gamers, welcome.
Hello.
So, boys, how do you guys feel after that solid dub?
I think it was pretty good. We played pretty well. Like it wasn't like we weren't against the team like the Baguettes or Olympus, but it was like a good match.
Yeah.
So what were your thoughts when those pauses and replays had to go through twice in a row? I mean, something like that hasn't been seen for a while, so I'm sure it might have shaken you guys up. How did you guys keep to your mental and keep the pace?
Nemo, do you want to go or I answer?
Oh yeah. Well, we were up 1, so that definitely helped. And we were just pretty confident overall. We had our strategies figured out, so we were confident that we had it in the bag.
Yeah, you guys looked really confident. I mean, there was a bit of a weak point at the beginning of Pagodas, but you guys locked in quick. I noticed you guys got on the Archer a lot more. How much did you have to pressure Pepe to be able to, just get your flag past mid, or the enemy flag past mid?
That's really
I think we
close.
definitely, well, at the start, we got out of good steals, and I think he got some good headshots, so we definitely pressured him quite a bit after that, with like ninjas and everything. Because like sometimes we would be stuck at mid for a long time because he kept headshotting. So yeah,
Got
we
it.
definitely pressured him a lot.
Yeah.
Very nice job by almost all of CX defense to get on Pepe. He was having a really hard time after the first 5 minutes to be able to get those clutch headshots down because you guys were pressuring him so well. Any questions you have for them, Dave?
Yeah, so I mean, I think this is week 7. I'm not entirely sure, but obviously you're in position to come 3rd or 4th in seeding, I think. And I think your last match of the season is against Annihilation. How are you going to prepare for that, do you think?
I think it's definitely the match we should prepare the most for in the upcoming weeks, and I think we'll just do PPMs and stuff. We'll try to figure out our best roles and offense and everything.
Yeah, that's a good thing to do. And also, who do you think stood out on Fotiá's side of things? Was there anyone that caused you much trouble?
I think Tom D played really well. We had much trouble with him on defense. He got into the flag room pretty often, and it was hard for our pyro.
Yeah,
Tom
definitely.
D's a beast.
Yeah,
I know, right?
I would say Xia did pretty well.
Zia's a beast.
Rob Ferretti as well.
Rob Freddy's a
Yeah.
beast.
But overall, obviously, I think you guys were the stronger team and definitely deserve the win. So good job there.
Thanks.
Thank you.
I think that's enough from me. So I think we're probably gonna wrap things up here. Fatal best player of the game got. I'm gonna
Well
say 4
deserved.
caps. It might be wrong, but
He
overall,
got a lot.
yeah, he did get. he just put in a lot of work. But overall, 3-1 Pagodas to CX and 3-0 Slate to CX. Thank you for watching the stream. I think we have a matchup between Rocks and Team Fallen tomorrow. But that's it from us here.
And once again, Flaze and Nemo, congrats on your win, and thank you for coming out for the interview today.
Thank you. Shout out to Cake in the Suit.
Oh my god, I love that guy.